Hey y'all, it's your lovely lady Miss Lottery. And yes, I am back. And I'm definitely ready to take it to the bank. We about to cash some tickets, y'all. So I hope y'all ready. I just want to say that I appreciate you guys coming and tuning in to voice your opinion, whether it's positive or negative, giving me more input and telling me things that you guys know and however you want to put it. I just thank you guys for coming and tuning in. So this is a continuation of the Rittenhouse case and the verdict. And I just wanted to fill you guys in on some more information that I found and to clear some things up. Because some of you guys had some discrepancies of or about what I said. And likewise, and we all can agree to disagree. You can agree or disagree about how I felt, what I said, and what have you, but it's not going to make me or break me. What I eat is not going to make you shit, and what you eat, damn sure ain't going to make me shit, okay? So let's go. So first off, I want to say that for the record, I'm not a racist. I do have white friends, okay? However, when you go to a rally as a Freemason for a black person, allegedly, to assist with a gun, you definitely didn't come with promising motives. I want to put that out there. I feel like you came with ulterior motives, and they definitely wasn't positive. Whether he wound up shooting white people or black people, red people or orange people, any color of the rainbow, it definitely was not positive. I just feel like, these are my personal feelings. I just feel like, why do you have to come to a positive event with a weapon? Okay? And then, if you're a Freemason and you come into a event, or should I say a rally for a black person or a person of color, and the person of color that I'm speaking on is the person by the name of Jacob Blake. He was shot down by a white police officer. He was shot 7 times. And this police officer was, I'm going to put his name in the description box because I forgot his name. He was shot 7 times, which in turn caused him to be paralyzed. And so that was the reason why the protest was taking place to begin with. So even if it wasn't Rittenhouse, if you came there to rally, or if you came there to assist, where was your, let's say, your bandages? Where were your antiseptics? Where was your backpack with the necessities to assist someone? Where was all of these things? Did you not have any of that with you? Did you not have any of that on your person? I don't know. I'm just asking. And so I just want to bring forth the character of these people because I just feel like, I'm not, well, these people that Rittenhouse shot and murdered. So it was 2 people that he shot and murdered. And one of them he shot, but he did not kill him. And I feel, in my own opinion again, and I'm going to say this consistently throughout my video because these are my thoughts, these are my opinions, and yes, I'm going on different websites and news channels, and I'm getting information from sources, which I will put in the description box. And so you can also, go and get these too. And so I'm basing my opinions and my statements and the facts that I'm putting in my video and that I'm speaking on upon these sources. And so, you see, people tend to twist your words up when they see what you're speaking on. People tend to want to spark controversy when they twist your words up. I'm not protecting anyone. I'm merely stating if Kyle was a black person, he would have been shot dead after the first person that he shot. Anyway, I feel like, where the fuck was the police in this situation? Kyle was not a police officer. He was a civilian. Where was the police officer? Why was he taking the role of a police officer? He didn't have no training in police officer. And then on top of that, okay, he didn't shoot any black people. However, he shot 3 people, killing 2 of them. We gotta be mindful of that, because although people say that, oh, he helped save this state, he helped save the country, oh, he's a hero. Okay, some people may think that, but when did God let me say this. When was he turned into God? Who made him God to take somebody's life? That's first and foremost. Or when did God appoint him to take someone's life? I'll wait. Oh, did you say something? I couldn't hear you. Oh, you didn't. Yeah, because God didn't appoint Kyle Rittenhouse to take anyone's life. So he shouldn't have. And then, with that being said, why did he? Okay, and so now I'm going to talk about Jay Rose. I may fuck people's names up because I do this in real life. So I may fuck these people's names up. So Jay Rosenbaum, this guy, he was the first guy that Rittenhouse killed. And so I'm going to go back to, my sources and grab some stuff out of here so I could make sure I'm giving the right information. Okay, and so Jay Rosenbaum. Okay, he I guess he was nuts, and he suffered from mental issues and what have you. He just came home from the hospital is what this newspaper says. And who's not experiencing mental issues or what have you? A lot of us should be going to the hospital, and we're not. COVID hit everyone, and it affected everyone. It affected a lot of us in different type of ways, because this was a tragedy. This was something that no one was expecting. We lost a lot of loved ones due to COVID, and it didn't matter what color we were or what our circumstances were. COVID hit a lot of us, so a lot of us were depressed and traumatized and lost jobs and lost loved ones and were displaced and stuff. So with that being said, that may have been his issue, but we don't know that. But whatever Rosenbaum's issue was, he allegedly had just came home from the hospital. He had some sort of bag or something in his hand, and they ran around the car a few times, several times, and I guess he may have, jumped at Rittenhouse, like, or something like that, and, they chased each other back and forth. But where Rittenhouse went wrong at was that he pulled a weapon out on him. Okay, this crazy guy, air quotes, that everybody wanted to say, or that, you guys said that was crazy, he threw a bag at him. I mean, is a bag being thrown at you going to hurt you if there's nothing in it? Like, did they say that anything was inside the bag? Like, I mean, the bag probably didn't even touch him because the goddamn wind probably blew the shit away before it touched Rittenhouse, okay? So, I mean, come on. Rittenhouse motives, again, I don't think that they were genuine when he went to this rally. Okay, and so anyway, and news says that Rittenhouse testified. He says, and I quote, Rosenbaum was unarmed when he ran at the teenager, when he ran at Rosenbaum. And he also said, pointing his rifle at Rosenbaum in an attempt to deter him, and adding, he knew that pointing a rifle at someone was dangerous. And so that's illegal to, point a rifle at an unarmed person. And I want to touch bases on that as well. Okay, so you point in a rifle. Okay. Everybody has the right to bear arms. Okay? But why, again, I'm going to ask this question. Why, again, did you come to a rally with a gun? But not only a gun, an AR-15, an automatic assault rifle. Why did you come to this peaceful rally, young man, with a automatic assault rifle? Why? Should I wait? Actually, no, this time I'm not going to wait. I'm going to continue. So, again, I state that his motives clearly were not positive. And so now you don't point at this assault rifle at this man to try to deter him. Deter him of what? You go about your business and stop trying to be super saver-ho, bruh. Rittenhouse, get your ass on. You are 17, and I'm not even going to touch bases with that. Okay? Your 17-year-old ass. Where was your parents at? Where was the cops at? Like, what was going on here? Did y'all see the video? Maybe not. It was completely shambled. It was a madhouse on the street. Ridiculous. And so the second guy, Hubbard, I believe that was his name. And again, I'm going to say that I mess people's name up in real life. And no disrespect to anybody, because that's not a joke. But my apologies. My intentions are well. But the young man's name, if I'm getting it wrong, I apologize. And so now, with Huber, I feel like, okay, now you hear gunshots after he done shot this Rosenbaum. And okay, Rosenbaum had a a past. I think he allegedly molested a child, or he was locked up for child endangerment or some sort. Like, he had a criminal history. Like, Rittenhouse still can't be the judge for that. And when Rittenhouse was shooting at him or pointing a rifle at him, he had no idea of this man's past. This man could have been a preacher. Why are you pointing a gun at this man? Whether he was black, white, Spanish, Indian, like, you don't know what this man's past is. Okay, we later found out, these things, but you don't know what his past is. So why are you pointing a rifle at him? So what? It just made no sense. And now Huber, I feel like, okay, now you hear gunshots, okay? Everyone's going to be on defense. You hear gunshots. Regardless of where you are, you hear gunshots. Now, these 9 times out of 10 was the gunshots of Rittenhouse. Like, I'm really in awe. I'm not protecting nobody or anything. Now, okay, Huber, he heard these gunshots, and then he see this man running around with an assault rifle, an AR-15, and he's coming towards the crowd. This guy was actually a stand-up dude, because here it is, he has his woman on the side of him amongst all of these other people. He has a skateboard. I guess maybe he shouldn't have taken it upon himself to, protect the other people or another person. But God damn it, that was his lady. I would not have no respect for Huber if he did not protect his lady. I mean, you don't bring a knife to a gunfight, but what the fuck? You supposed to protect your lady. And that's exactly what Huber was doing. He had a skateboard, and however he saw fit in his mind to protect his lady, that's what he did. And so he went forward to, knock the gun or the rifle out of, Rittenhouse's hand, because he didn't want his lady to be hurt or hit with the gun or hit with the gun's bullets or, anything for that matter, and it's baffling to me how someone can just be running through a crowd with this gun, like, and it's just like, So anyway, that's what Huber did. And Huber's attempts to, I guess, knock Rittenhouse down or, disarm him in some type of way or what have you, to his demise, he was murdered in doing so. So now this is the second person that Rittenhouse killed, which is extremely sad because he's trying to protect his lady. Like, this is ridiculous. With a fucking skateboard. He had a skateboard. I don't know. It's really ridiculous. And then he was there too. He was there protesting. He was there because he knew Blake. He knew Jacob Blake. So he thought that clearly that the police officer that murdered Blake was wrong. So he was there to protest for Blake. Why was Rittenhouse there? I guess the world will never know, huh? A big fat question mark over everybody's head. Oh, and what I forgot to mention too was Rosenbaum. From the papers, from the source that I read, it says that he was just released from the hospital, so he was walking through. So that was his reason for being there. He was at the wrong place. He was in the wrong place or at the wrong place at the wrong time, I'm going to say. So that was his reason for being there. Huber, his reason for being there was for Blake. And the third person that was murdered was Groskitz. And moving forward, I'm going to just say Gross. Because I definitely don't want to mess this man's name up. His is the hardest out of everybody. And so he was there because he wanted to protest too. And I believe that, and he was a Caucasian man as well. So all three of these guys, they were not of African American or black descent. They were all white. But they were shot by Rittenhouse. And so Groskitz, his background was he was an EMT. He did college, and I think he was, how old was he? I think he was 29 or something like that, give or take. However, he had an EMT background, and he was trying to get more into protesting and, the whole Black Lives Matter thing. And, he wanted to contribute. And so he brought his, EMT packaging, backpack with him, along with having on an EMT hat to set himself aside from, like the regular protesters. So if someone needed assistance with, anything concerning EMT or health-wise, they would go to Gross. And so, again, this guy, Gross, he heard gunshots and, the crowd was scattering and, everybody was fleeing and there was a lot of turmoil and stuff. And so people came to him and said to him, okay, well, it's this man, he's, and they were frantic. It's this man and he's, he's running through the crowd and he has this gun and he shot people and he's shooting at people. So, now Gross, he's upset. Like, he's not, he's on edge and he's wondering, like, what's going on. And so he usually goes to protesting and stuff like that as an EMT, but he also carries a gun with him. But he doesn't carry an assault rifle. He just carries a gun with him on a regular basis, not just to, these protesting events. He carries them with him on a regular basis. And so then Rittenhouse comes and they kind of, meet up. And while they meet up, something transpires. And what transpires is, now I got to revert back to my notes. Okay, and so what transpires is that he already had his pistol. He had his handgun out. Gross had his handgun out because now he's on defense, being that everybody came to him and says that, there's a shooting going on, whatever. So he just wants to be prepared so that he can protect his surroundings and himself and, everybody around him. And so then when Rittenhouse comes across to him, he goes, pretty much like, hey, man, like, what's going on, And I guess Rittenhouse is kind of, like standoffish or whatever. And Rittenhouse pretty much just, what do they say here? Oh, okay. So Gross kind of he points his gun first. And after he points his gun, he says, hey, man, you know, you running around and you have this gun and you're pointing this gun and you out here killing people. But then he soon lowers it. But then Rittenhouse, you know, raises his rifle and he shoots Gross. But Rittenhouse, why are you... Gross put his gun down. He established that, you know, maybe it wasn't you, or maybe you posed no threat to him. Why you shoot him, bro? Now you don't shot him after he put his gun down. All right, so that's what happened with him, with Gross and Rittenhouse. But Rittenhouse is trying to say that Gross shot at him first, but there was no way that Gross could have shot at him, reports say, because Gross was shot in his... Oh, Gross started to retreat. He began to retreat. And how he was holding his gun, Rittenhouse shot him in his muscle of his arm. And so there was no way for him to pull the trigger, because you have to use the muscle in your arm to pull the trigger. And so it was being that was the muscle that he was shot in by Rittenhouse, there was no way for him to, you know, pull the trigger. And so that's what I have in reference to the case. That was the other news that I had. And, oh, his bicep. That's what it is. Bicep. While my work as a somebody gets shot, somebody over the... Okay. And so, those are my thoughts about this, mixed in with the facts that I got from some sources that I will put in my description box. And so you guys can also revert back to that to also see where I got my sources from. News, papers, and stuff. I did not get my sources from Twitter. No, my love, I did not. I did not get my sources from others. These are positive and national sources, okay? And also, what I also wanted to add was that what I didn't understand is I also did not know how he got off. I felt that it was an inside job as well, because first off, we know that when you're a part of some type of, like white supremacy group or coalition or sorority, fraternity, like those type of things. What is it called? Freemasons, Masons. When you're a part of those type of groups, you always kind of get priority over others that are not. And so it may have been something where the judge or some of the jurors or whoever made the last decision may have been a Freemason as well. Because here it is, at the time of this shooting and the time of, Kyle killing these two men and shooting the other, this boy was 17 years old, okay? And although everyone has the right to bear arms and, all of that stuff, this boy was 17 years old. And under Wisconsin statutes, that says anyone under 18 who goes armed with any deadly weapon is guilty of a Class A misdemeanor. Kyle Rittenhouse, 17, was not old enough to legally. He was 17 and he was not old enough legally to carry the assault style rifle that he had. This boy was 17 years old in the state of Wisconsin. And he just was freely just roaming around the streets of a rally for a black man with an AR assault rifle, just out there, just killing people, 17. And he was acquitted of all charges. Like, how does that happen? How does that happen? I guess it's only in America, huh? I guess it's only for the whites, the privileged ones. That's the song I'm singing, yeah. That's the song I'm singing. And so, other news that I didn't tell you guys was that Huber's father, he filed a federal lawsuit in August 2021 accusing Kenosha authorities of deputizing the armed people who were patrolling the streets and conspiring with them, alleging their actions directly causing Huber's death and were a license for the armed individuals to wreak havoc and inflict injury. CNN also reached out to Kenosha's police, the city of Kenosha, and a representative of the Kenosha County Sheriff's Department declined to comment. So, there you go. There you go. You gotta be privileged. You gotta be privileged. You gotta know somebody to know somebody. Yes, and I'm doing a video and Zahdy is back. Yeah. This is a serious video and his mother is here. Zahdy's mother, yeah, as seen in my other videos, Zahdy's mom is here. And she's letting him wreak havoc in my video. So all of the noise and commotion that's going on in my video, yes, it's your favorite little bad baby, Zahdy. Yeah, Zahdy's here. These are not his chronicles, but he's in it. But yeah, back to what I was saying. On a serious note, we definitely still have to, recognize things that are wrong, regardless of what race we are. And things cannot go unnoticed. The bottom line of my video was that Black lives do matter. Yes, they do. And I honestly feel that he should have had some charges brought up against him because, I don't understand how this man was able to do all of this being underage with an assault rifle at a black man's rally, killing 2 people and injuring 1, regardless of what the situation was, regardless of who. Are y'all serious? Regardless of what the situation was, regardless of, anyone's background, it's just you shouldn't kill. You just shouldn't. Although it happens all the time, I feel like this could have been avoided. This is bananas. It's the whole fucking fruit salad here. bananas and strawberries and apples. She won't even get her son. Yeah, regardless of, like whatever, I thought that in the Bible it says one of the 10 Commandments is thou shalt not kill. But that's why I guess you never mix politics with religion. They don't go hand in hand. They don't go hand in hand. Yeah, but I just felt like, that was like extremely messed up. I do. It's really a sad story. It's really a sad situation at the end of the day. And lives were lost, whether it was August 23rd, 2020, or August 25th, 2020. Like, lives were lost, and I think that it shouldn't have been. People were shot, and I think that it should not have been. Like, lives are lost every day, and we need to stop. It's bigger than us. We need to learn to stick together, and that's what we need to do. People, we need to come to some type of agreement where we can talk to each other. Like, it's bigger. It's way bigger than black and white. It's way bigger than you and I. We need to love each other. Things can be much better. We can be promising to each other. Like, we all can have brighter futures. We just have to, work together. If you disagree with somebody, you just disagree. Like, it is what it is. We not made the same. We don't have the same brain. That's just clear. We don't have the same genetics. It just is what it is. Like, and there's no getting around that. What else do I have to add? And me as a black person, I'm just gonna start with us. Like, we're terrible. We are absolutely terrible because we're killing each other ourselves, and then we're being killed by the white man. So we gotta stop. We gotta get it together. And the last thing I want to add about the Rittenhouse case is that the new news that I actually found out about Rittenhouse is that sources say that sources say sources say that Republican Marjorie Taylor Greene introduced a bill this week to award Congress' highest honor to Kyle Rittenhouse. Less than 1 week after the teenager was found not guilty in his homicide trial. The Georgia Republican introduced the bill on Tuesday. A summary of the bill says the measure will award a congressional gold medal to Kyle H. Rittenhouse, who protected the community of Kenosha, Wisconsin during a Black Lives Matter riot on August 25th, 2020. I think that was done and said and put out there to spark a lot of controversy. That shit is a joke. Anyway, his lawyer declined. If I was his lawyer, I would have declined as well. Whether it was good, bad, or indifferent, I would have definitely declined. And so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to end it there. But I don't decline anybody comments because, again, like I said, it's not going to make me nor break me what you say. Like, it is what it is. Whatever you eat will not make me shit. So you can keep that in mind. But I warrant your comments because I like to see what you have to say. It's a funny to me, honestly. I love it. So it is your lovely lady, Miss Lottery. And we just cashed out, baby. Cash out, cash out, cash out. And so we just cashed out, okay? We cashed out today. The day after Thanksgiving. Yes, we did. And so we all have a lot of things to be thankful for because we are still here. Thank God for that. So with that being said, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Oh, and comment. Oh, and hit that bell, baby. Baby, baby. Hit that bell down there so y'all can know when I add more content to this channel. All right, all right, all right. I'm going to see y'all next time. Miss Lottery, love you. You guys are my winners. And I'm out.